the epic, the average gamers! And we're back!
Hey everybody, still driving around trying to find this, it's over.
Did he say my oh? Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
The school has clearly failed him. But yeah, so we're talking about indie game development and why you hate it and think it should die.
Those words never came out of my mouth.
Did you hear that? Those words came out of his mouth.
I'm gonna stab you in the face, and then in the throat.
He's going to stab all of you indie game developers in the face and then the throats.
Yeah, you was asking me why I don't play many indie games. I just, I don't have much free time.
So that would be basically you wouldn't play many games in general.
So the games I do play are the ones that I generally want to, and
Like Half-Life 2.
I replay that pretty much once a year.
No, I know. I only say that because I was at work and I've got Steam installed and I noticed it just popped up saying Stevie is playing Half-Life 2.
Yep. That was a massive hankering for me to play, which I usually listen to at least once a year.
Listen to?
Well, yeah, like there are a lot of points where I'm like, oh, I should play this game. Oh, I should play this game.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant you listened to the game, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, no.
Move, man, move!
There's old Gil.
These NPCs are only going to say so much to you. Anyways. Yeah, so...
What? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out where the conversation's going. Yeah, so you don't play indie games because of lack of time.
Yeah, basically, because there are, like, if the indie game was the game I want to play the most at that point.
Yeah, I think it's just basically down to if the game looks appealing to me, I play it, whether it's indie or not.
That's fair.
I mean, let's go through some of the most popular indie games of all time and see if you play them. The obvious one being that it's you couldn't really argue it's an indie game anymore, but it started off as an indie game. Minecraft.
Yeah.
You played a shit ton of Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. I hardly play any of it these days because I don't have. Minecraft is a massive time sink.
It is. I've not long been out of it myself. I've not played it properly for a good 2 or 3 months. Kind of given up that addiction. It seems to me a look that he doesn't believe me, but it is true. What other indie games? So, what about Limbo?
Yeah, I played that when that came out, but that came out when I was in college.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You played it though.
Yeah, back then, I had tons of free time.
You weren't a fan of Binding of Isaac because I got you to play that.
That's not a fault on the game. I'm
that's
just
not. That's what
you're
you don't.
Good at those games.
You don't like those kind of games. I love those kind of games. Binding of Isaac is up there in my top 10 games of all time. Genuinely have a lot.
It's like there's a similar game to it called Nuclear Throne, which you should have a look at actually.
Yeah.
That is once again a great game. I've played tons of it at work with people. I am not good at it. At
it's
all.
It's like Ultratron. Ultratron? I don't know. That's another game that style. That's an indie game, and I love that game.
Still is an indie game.
What do you mean? I know it's an indie game.
Oh, you said it started out as an indie game.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. It is an indie game. But yeah, that's a great game. That's a similar gameplay as to Binding of Isaac. In terms of gameplay, not as in tone or anything else. But what other indie games can I think of?
I'm done.
That I know I've actively played.
Oh, you've played tons.
Have I played tons of indie games?
Yeah.
What else have I played?
I can now get Moe's Sedan.
Because the thing is, like, it depends on how you define indie these days. Oh yeah, Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, played a ton of that as well. Where's that?
Braid.
Yeah,
Braid's another one that's up there. Braid?
Never played that.
Never played Braid. To be fair, it's one of those games that it gets to a point where you think, okay, it's too complicated now, this is no longer fun. A bit like Fez. Fez is a fantastic, beautiful game. but it's made so deliberately complicated that, you know, there are forums and there are only a select few people in the world that have actually completed that game.
Really?
Yeah. It's so complicated. The puzzles get so complex that it's so difficult to work out. There are whole like YouTube videos on there, online, like people exploring how to complete Fez. It's super tricky. But Phil Fish is a prick.
I mean, that came out of nowhere.
The guy who made it, I used to have such compassion for that guy.
Until what? What happened? What did he do? Show me on the dolly where he touched you.
He made few too many criticisms, got backlash for it, and then said, you know what? I'm not making Fez 2 anymore. Fuck you all. And just fucked off. And the thing is, like, and Ed McMillan, who...
The guy who did Super Meat Boy.
Did Super Meat Boy, Team Meat, he did, yeah, so he did Super Meat Boy, he did
Jump,
Binding of
there you
Isaac.
go.
And he said, like, I like him, but I've only got so much sympathy for him because, you know, while we have been struggling to, like, keep ourselves going to make, when we made Super Meat Boy, we got finance from Microsoft and things like that, but we were, you know, scraping every penny. Phil Fish, when developing Fez, he got a government grant for $500,000.
Oh.
So he didn't have to pay any of that money back. He didn't have to say that he was going to make X amount. He just got given that money and just make a game. So, fuck you.
It's fair, really.
It is fair. And I'm pretty sure there's probably some logistical aspects that I've missed that people want to call me out on.
Yeah. Our fans, when we get them, will absolutely fucking slaughter you for that.
Yeah, I will accept that if there are actually points that I've missed. But I'm taking this, and if I've accidentally taken Ed McMillan's comment out of context, I'm very sorry. I'm just a bit of a fuck. No. If I've genuinely got it wrong and I'm just a fuckwit and I've misread what he meant, then that's fine. But I'm pretty sure that's what he meant because that's what he said. But yeah, indie games is an interesting thing because, you know, you think about, like, how do you define an indie game? Because I mean, you think about, like, you think about Valve.
Yep.
Are they a public limited company or are they a limited company? Because if they ain't public, technically everything they do is still indie. On a technicality.
So they did. There is a definition for it, but I can tell you exactly what it is off the top of my head.
We'll put it this way, right? Before George Lucas got bought out, before Lucasfilm got bought out by Disney.
Yeah.
With exception to A New Hope / Star Wars / Episode 4, which was funded by Fox. Technically, every other Star Wars film was an indie film.
Yeah.
Because they were all fun.
Sure, if you help me scoop up my flat meat, sophisticated city youngster. Those darn revenuers don't like me selling roadkill.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways, yeah, so because technically, all of those films were funded by Lucas himself.
Oh, okay.
They were just distributed by Fox, which doesn't mean a thing.
Oh, I fucked it. I remember this being an awful mission when I was a kid. But yeah, I suppose
it depends on where it's funded, really. Because if it's done by the committee, as in, like, there are so many people have fingers in the pie that you can't make all the decisions yourself, it kind of technically no longer becomes an indie film or a game, or that matter. Do you not think?
No, that makes sense to me, but I don't know if those same rules apply in game development. Like, and that's not a. I don't think I agree with you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do not know the definition of when a game becomes an indie game.
Well, this
Oh, I did it first time.
this really is a bitch of a level, Stevie.
I did it first time.
Not entirely, because you've got to still get to your end location.
Oh, tits. I was not paying attention to that. Oh, fuck off! There we go. Right. Yeah, so there is a clear definition for it somewhere. Maybe we can find it at another point, but I am just not sure.
To your right. Oh no, you've got the potholes to go through.
I thought that nearly flipped the goddamn car.
But yeah, that is definitely an interesting topic of thought. One of which we're not going to explore any more in this episode because it's the end!
Goodbye,
See you guys
everybody.
next time. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, hello. Didn't think you'd make it all the way to the end. Well, you clearly enjoyed it, so why not like and subscribe the video? And how about hitting that notification button? If you want to see even more stuff, then check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we also do live streams on Twitch and Mixer. Just check out all the links below. Bye!